Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Marc Antomattei here with another episode of Marc Antomattei Photography. Now, unfortunately, I'm uploading this video a lot later than what I thought that I would be because I recorded the audio live. I had a little Sony ECM B1M shotgun microphone attached to the top of my camera, and unfortunately, the settings that I had was just not working. So I have to do the audio recording with a voiceover now instead of the live recording that you should be hearing. So anyways, this is me at CP Plus, the camera and photo imaging show 2024, and you just saw me looking at the map of where we came in at. So this is the Pacifico Yokohama, which is like a expo and event space, really large expo space that has many expos here, not just this one, just all times a year. So we had entered from the basement, and we had also entered on the most farthest right side of where you could possibly enter the show at. And we're going to work our way from the farthest right side to the back along the wall, and then go to the left-hand side, and then work our way around inside of like a circle. Not a circle, but more of a an oval type shape. So what I'm looking at now, you see that it's like a digital negative cat there. This is a digital, not a digital. What the hell am I talking about? This is a photo exhibition that is taking place within this event, and I'll tell you the name of this. So these are different artists that are showcasing their works. The one that we was looking at with the digital cat, that was actually printed on a metallic print, and that guy had did an inverse, like his negative, and instead of doing it in the proper color. So this is called the Zoom's Joint Photo Exhibition, and this has something to do with a I guess a French type organization, and they put this thing together. So this is one of just many photo exhibitions within inside this photography show. And in case you guys don't know, this is the largest photography expo inside of the world. It was not here for a couple of years due to COVID reasons, but it did launch again last year in 2023. If you take a look at my channel, I do have a video up of CP Plus 2023. It's not as good as this video, but I did make a video. So now we're walking along the most furthest right hand side of the show. I can't get that out. And they have all these photography books for sale. And I ended up not going home buying anything. I would say a majority of these, probably not all of them, but a majority of these books are Japanese photographers and Japanese publishers, and they're going to be in Japanese language. But there's probably a few foreign books inside of here with foreign photographers, but they might be few and far between. Not like something like that really matters that much anyways, seeing how photography books are a universal language, because you're looking at photos, not really reading much of anything. But if they put some things inside of there for you to read, then yeah, you're gonna have a hard time navigating through all that kanji if you're not inside of the country and you haven't been studying Japanese. Then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But a lot of these companies or publishers that are here with their books, they're selling them for sale with a sale price on them. Like, they're trying to give a 10%, 20%, 30% discount. So, you get some points off. I don't know what Kappa is, but there's women on every single one of those covers there. You guys could pause it and hopefully you could see that. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, most of these books are on sale, and all of these books right here that we're looking at is for color grading, DaVinci Resolve, Photoshop, Illustrator, all that stuff. Tutorial-like books. All right, so good stuff here. We're getting ready to leave the book section, and you got this Insta360 here. They make mobile cameras, or action cameras as they're called, like the GoPro and things like that. I think Sony has a couple, Panasonic has a couple, but Insta360, they had that motorcycle set up there where you could take photos of that. And this is the Canon booth. This is the first major player, at least that I've encountered, of the show, being that I came in from the right hand side. And they have a pretty big stage here. As you're walking through, and I will show this off many times inside of this video. All right, well, before I even get to that, first of all, these are all the EOS R system lenses here. I'm trying to work my way around these people so that I can show these off. This is the whole range of all of their lenses. As you know, DSLR is dead, and they no longer showcase this at any of the booths anymore, just mirrorless cameras, and so it's only going to be the latest and greatest. So these are all of their super zooms, their flashes, their camera bodies, and those are the different mounts. At the top, you have all the regular lenses. What am I doing here? I guess I'm getting in close. These are their movie, or I guess they call them cinema cameras. So you got those two bodies there, and then we got all of these: EOS R6 Mark II, the R8, R7, what is that? R10, R50, R100, and then you got the regular lineup of Canon lenses here. And every booth does this, at least the major players do, and maybe some of the mid-range players, but they all have a little display where they show off their whole range of lenses so that you can see what it is that they got. And this is the thing that I was gonna talk about, but I didn't want to jump the gun as I was showing off those lenses. This guy's getting ready to dance or do some martial arts, something weird. I think dancing. As you can see, there's a bunch of photographers right in front of me. They're lined up at a booth going around inside of like a rectangle shape. They have their latest and greatest camera bodies there with their latest and greatest lenses, especially, I guess you see this guy with one of the zoom lens, not a zoom lens, but yeah, I guess you could call it a zoom lens there, so that you could test out their new gear live at the show. Unfortunately, I didn't get to test out anything new because I was busy walking around making this video for you guys, and by the end of me making the video, it was pretty much the end of the show, and I had to leave after that, but it is what it is. I didn't really need to test out anything anyways. There's enough videos out there on YouTube about these new things out there. The new Sony 24 to 50 lens. I guess it's f2.8, I believe it is. It's a G lens, not a G Master. Fujifilm has their new camera out, which we'll get to soon. So everybody's showing off their latest and greatest, but like I said, there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube showing off this stuff, so it's not really that necessary. All right. There is a little bag here that shows off all their kit. I guess it's kind of like a press kit bag, so I just went ahead and took one of those. The EOS R system bag. I still haven't opened it up. It's inside the next room. But I can imagine what it is. It's just a catalog inside of there. Nothing special. I'll probably flip through it once and then end up recycling it after. So, continuing on. You know, I'm looking at both sides here. This is Zeiss. And if I could recall what I said then, Zeiss is not such a big player as they used to be. You know, they used to make a lot of Sony lenses, E-mount lenses. But Sony just started making things themselves and started going less to Zeiss. Started going less to Zeiss means that they don't go to Zeiss at all anymore these days, is what I wanted to say. So there's that. This is Tokina, which makes very affordable lenses. My Filipino friend and my senpai, Alan Nares, a guy who I learned a little bit of photography tips and tricks and skills from. He loves the Tokina because of the price point, and I don't know how the quality is. It's just I've never leaned towards it, but I suppose it is affordable. But I don't buy it new or used. I like to buy yeah, I'm talking about Tokina, that is. This is Fujifilm here, celebrating their 90th anniversary, I believe. But I don't buy Tokina because I like to buy Sony lenses, which I think are pretty good for me, and I don't even buy those new. For the most part, I buy them used, but in a like new condition here in Japan, because Japanese people take good care of their stuff. So this is Fujifilm. I guess this is like a little Insta camera thing that they make that does printing. This is Lexar. They're popular for making different SD cards, memory cards, let's say, because they do SD cards, they do CF Express Type A, and they do CF Express Type B. But I don't use them. I use the cheapest brand of CF Express Type A for my Sony camera. I should go grab that just so I could tell you guys what it is real quick. All right, so back at Fujifilm again. They have this booth here. That guy's waving at me, by the way, with this old kind of 1940s, 50s style hotel here. I don't know what this is, but they want you to test out their cameras, the H2, H2S, and cameras going all the way around inside a little circle. You get to take photos of the models in this setup that they have, and I highly recommend, if you go to shows like this, to bring your own memory card, because they don't provide memory cards inside the camera. You stick your memory card inside of the camera, and you take your photos, and you have your photos to go with you when you leave. So this is a neat little setup here. But like I said, all the major players, like we saw that guy doing that dancing, or that break dancing, or that whatever it was he was doing back at the Canon booth. This is the exit, but I'm kind of going in the back way. I shouldn't really be going in this way. Just walking around. I don't know what these guys are doing on the computer here. They're looking at something. Can't necessarily say it's AI, but something inside of like a virtual space. Maybe they're doing virtual editing. I have no idea what this is. If you're a Fujifilm shooter, probably you know what that is, but I can't tell you. All right, so GFX. Not sure quite what this is, but they got their X-mount lens roadmap there. And they show them all on paper here. And I think I'm going to see them live as well. Wow, it's just terrible that I have to reword this whole video. Dub it over. That's the word I'm looking for. Look at that bad boy there. Because I knew what I said live the moment that, I was doing it live. O'Reilly, we'll do it live. This thing sucks. We'll do it live. Anyways, you guys have to look at that. Bill O'Reilly, F it, we'll do it live. Look at that on YouTube and you'll get that reference. But anyways, it was nice when I did it live because, I'm looking at it and I'm touching this stuff and I'm saying what it is that I have to say. But now I'm just walking around in anticipation of where I'm going to walk. I have no idea. Everything is going to be, it's going to be a mystery to me. So they have their model here, this young Japanese girl wearing a kimono, getting shot in front of all these sliding doors and things like that. And all these Japanese dolls. Nice setup there. You see, this guy can see what he's taking on the screen. And once he gets out of here, he won't have these images. I would like to have all of those images. So always best to bring your own SD card and bring multiple. Because once you stick it inside of another camera, like, once you go from Canon to Fujifilm, from Fujifilm to Nikon, or Nikon, however you say it. You're not sure if it's going to format your memory card for you, so just bring a memory card for each different camera maker. At least the ones that you want to know what the shots are going to look like, so that you have some reference to go back to later.
Just put it down. All right.
Yeah, good times here at the show. If I didn't already say this before, I think I did already say it, but I'm going to mention it again. This is the largest photo expo in the world, and it's a really good show. This is only my second time coming here, first time being that 2023. But yeah, it's treated me good both times. I bring both cameras with me, each with the lens on there. For the video camera that I'm using right now to actually record this video, I'm using my Sony R5, and the lens that I have on here is the Sony 24mm prime f1.8. So with that crop factor in, when you're shooting 30 frames per second in 4K, then it has a little bit of a crop factor. And for that, it makes everything look normal. So I like to throw the 24 on here. And then I was also taking photos at this show using my I was using my Sony A7C, and I had a 35mm f1.8 on that. But carrying two cameras around and along with my bag and whatever I had inside of that bag, by the end of the show, walking around for 2 hours, and especially holding up this video camera or recording video with a camera for 2 hours, I was tired by the end of it. I was beat up. Legs tired, arms tired. I don't even know what this thing is. Look at that big monster, but it's there. Hopefully you guys can tell me what that is. I think that's imaging stuff for like medical. I saw what it was. I can read it back when I was at the show, but the little screen that I'm looking at now and narrating over is too small for me to read that small print. Are we still in the Fujifilm section? I think we are. Yes, we are still in Fujifilm. So here, I'm not really supposed to be recording this, but they're giving like either a press release or a tutorial or some breaking news about something new, which we're not going to listen to because that would just eat up too much time. And as I promised, just as Canon showed off their whole lens lineup for, what is it called, the R mount, this is everything for Fujifilm. These are all their camera bodies. We're going to go through them. XS20, XT5, or is that an S? I guess that's XT5. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm looking at this little screen here. In fact, I'm not even gonna read this anymore. You guys can see what it is once you get the full video. I'm trying to narrate over. When I'm talking about I'm looking at a small screen here, I mean I'm playing this video live in Final Cut Pro, and I'm narrating over a screen that's like, the size of a smartphone, so I can barely read this. Katie Orlinsky Global Grant Award. I guess she won a grant from Fujifilm for, I guess, winning some type of photo contest, and this is her photo here. It's a pretty good one if you consider the subject matter. I'm surprised these things didn't turn their antlers on her and just maul her to death, but yeah. All right, so I think we're getting out of the Fujifilm section. This is Surui and Kinko there. Not really much to see. Finally, we made it to Nikon. Nikon also has a little press thing there. talking about their latest and greatest or their roadmaps for the future for the rest of the year, whatever new releases they have planned, whatever. They all have these little talk shows. This is Next Storage. This is also like Lexar and things like that. They're showing off their memory cards, their storage devices.
Then you got your CF Express cards here.
What I like, I have to go inside the next room and grab my camera and tell you the storage device that I use for my camera.
They just showed their lineup on the screen. There it goes again. I hope you guys can see that.
In fact, just enjoy this video for a little bit. Just look at whatever the hell it is that I'm showing you, and I'm going to be right back so that I can open up my camera and tell you what it is that I use as my storage device.
The only thing that'll make me get that is if it's affordable. I like my CF Express Type A cards affordable because I think they're too much money for what they are. All right, so this is still Nikon area. This is a section showing off the Z.
All right, here we go. The Z8
I don't know what this screen is here, but it's a big screen.
Nikon creators. These are, I guess, content creators on social media that are making videos for YouTube and other social media websites. So they're just kind of showcasing them off on the big screen there. All right, so I got my Sony A7R 5 here. And let me just open up the little memory card slot real quick, just to let you know what it is that I use as my storage device. I use this one called PerGear. This is the cheapest CF Express Type A card that you can use. I bought a 520 gigabyte card. The read speed is 880 megabytes per second, and the write speed is 400 megabytes per second. But the write speed is not that important to me. It's mostly that storage space, that 520 gigabytes, which is half a terabyte. That is crucial to me using such a memory eater as the A7R5, because you know that this camera is 61 megapixels, I believe. And so the images just eats up lots and lots and lots of storage. So I needed the storage more than anything. And that was the best price that you could possibly get for a CF Express Type A. So now we're looking at the lenses. This is the Nikkor zoom. This is the 135 f2 here. This is the Zoom Micro Nikkor ED70 to 180 millimeter f4.5 to 5.6. Here's the 18 to 200.
2005. So now we're getting inside of DSLR.
Here's the 14 to 24 millimeter.
Inside of these years. This is the Nikkor 14 to 24 millimeter from 2007.
I'm showing this off for a long time. I must be saying something good there. Don't know what it is I'm saying. 300 millimeter.
From 2015.
And here you get to see the glass layout of a 58 millimeter for f0.95. You can see how they laid out the glass inside of the lens. I like things like this. I like looking at that kind of stuff. Seeing the interior, the engine, so to speak, of how different products work. This is the Nikkor Z400 millimeter f2.8. That's a big baby there. And here we have a 135 f1.8. This came out in 2023. Very good lens here for portrait photography is what I wanted to say. All right, so going inside of here. This is the whole Z mount system there.
Where I was looking at that history.
This is all of their lenses, just as Canon showed off and Fujifilm showed off. And once we make it to the Sony booth, they're going to have theirs laid out pretty much the same way. This is all stuff for content creators here. You see they have this Rode microphones on the top, the Sennheiser microphones. Tascam microphones and different things like that. So those shotgun mics used for recording audio, and then you have your external monitors, one from Blackmagic there, connected to a SSD, Deity. All right, so that's good stuff for content creators, and you got your camera bodies there. You got your zoom lenses, You got your zoom lenses here, and above that you got your regular lineup of the Z mount. This is called the Z mount, right? Let's just assume it's called the Z mount.
And again, you have your shooters and your.
All right, so same thing here. They have a setup, make it look like you're inside the interior of somebody's house. They got a model inside of there, leaning up on the stool. I don't know who's going to be at home standing like that, but okay.
Testing out the Z8. I don't know what lens.
And you get to test out their lenses. Let's see what this guy's using here. He's using a Z8. No, these are the things that they let you use. The Z8 with either a 135, 24 to 70, 70 to 200, 85 millimeter or 50 millimeter. So that's everything that they have inside of this area to shoot with. Let's get that close up there. F1.2, that's crazy. Not many F1.2s on Sony, if any. I think ours go down to F1.4 at our strongest, but yeah, F1.2, that's a good one. Oh, yeah, this is when I decided to leave this area. There was a guy there. I think he told me something. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to leave anyways, because I don't like the way we've been treated, so I left that area. This is the very back here. It's showing off the difference between HEIF files and JPEG.
JPEG and their HEIF.
And there's a little back desk here, service corner. I don't know what that is, but I think you can go back there and you can take your camera to get your camera serviced or looked at. Maybe they'll clean the sensor on your camera, maybe clean the lens if you ask them to. But they do things like that here at this show.
I don't like the way we've been treated.
So getting out of here,
Go on and head over to the Sony booth and see what's happening over there.
clearing out.
But before we do,
Let's see, where am I heading? Hakuba. They make very good camera cabinets.
Camera bags there, which are quite
Humidity controlled cabinets, and also they have camera bags. I don't have their camera bags at all. I use a Low Pro, which I probably need to get replaced at some point in time in the future. But it's been treating me kind of good because it holds my laptop inside of there as well as a camera and about 3 lenses. But I'm sure I could probably find a much better bag because I bought that bag way back in like 2016, something like that. It was a recommendation from a YouTube channel called Soldier Knows Best that's been around since like the early 2010s. And I learned about that bag from him. And once I saw him using that, I was like, I definitely need one of those. So I went out and bought that Low Pro bag that holds the laptop as well as a body and about 3 lenses. So we're back inside the Nikon section just a little bit, but not getting ready to go back inside of there. These are different galleries or whatever that has been shot by Nikon cameras. Vertical Movie Awards 2024. Okay. I don't know what Nico Stop is, but we got some different photos here to take a look at. Maybe these are winners of a photo contest on Instagram or whatever.
We're not going to look at. And you get to test out some more
Right.
cameras here. Some compact ones. This is called the Nikon Z30.
So we have one of these little things here called the Lovat. I think he's called the Lovat. I don't know what he does, but he kind of interacts with you like a human a little bit. You see here he is just staring at me nonstop, skulking, staring at me, stalking me from the corner like Gollum. Like, let me get away from this little evil thing. But they had some cameras set up there so that you could take photos of those things. And you got this guy over here pretending to read for you to take photos of him. This is one of the best things that I like about this show is this layout, and that a majority, or at least all the major players of camera makers, they have set up like a kind of studio for you to shoot at. I really like that with models, live models there. Let you get a feel for how this stuff really is. I like the designs of Nikon. It looks very camera-ish. It has that nostalgia look, kind of like Fujifilm does. And here we are at the Sony booth. We got these girls walking around here in the grass, the sky over there. Okay.
Don't die, man. Don't die. This guy shooting with
nice models. And what this guy's actually testing out, he's testing out a cinema video camera. This is all for cinema over here, just these two girls. And I think I'm getting ready to go walk over there and take a look at those soon. But she's looking at me smiling. She's waiting for me to do something. Oh, we can do it anytime. All right, so I'm going over there to take a look at these things. Whatever I must be saying must be good, because I'm doing some good narration. I'm standing over here in this section for a long time. Hurry up, Mark. Go over there to them cameras and let's take a look.
I don't know what night core is, but you got this schoolgirl here modeling. It seems kind of over-sexualized for these old men.
I don't know what Senna Wind is, but
anyways,
that girl looks like she's too young to be modeling in front of all these old guys here with cameras.
Oh, look at this. So,
all right, here we are, making our approach.
This is the same area that we was just at.
There goes the models again on this turf grass, artificial grass. You got all them high-tech cameras inside of there.
You guys know what the hell I'm talking about.
Along with these gimbals. That guy looks like he's having trouble with his. I can't stand using gimbals for the life of me. By the way, this particular video, although I mostly shoot my videos at 30 frames per second, I'm shooting this one in 4K 60 frames per second, and this is all handheld out of the A7R5. No gimbal attached whatsoever. This is all out of camera. It's pretty stable for what it is. This is as gimbal-like as you could possibly get with a camera without a gimbal on it. So here we are looking at this shotgun mount, and I forgot what camera that is, the FX, whatever that is. Obviously, in real life, I could see the name of it, but, you know, my peripheral vision is not that good just holding this up. This is the FX6. I can see that. Thank you, Mark, for pointing the camera at that. And you got that big battery pack on the back. You got the handheld attachment on the top, as well as an antenna for external audio, as well as you got an external monitor there. So this is a really good rig for shooting video. And go around and see what this guy is shooting with here. I can't read that, but very nice setups here. This is the Big Daddy. This one has like a fan on the side, has that big eye mount there for the external monitors. That's as big as it gets, but that's how they like it, though. That's how they like it. Giggity. Big camera body. Big camera body. Big camera battery attached to the back of that. Trying to get in close. Oh, this is the Cine Alta. Look at that bad boy. And you just put whatever lens that you have on the front of it. Pretty much shoot with any E-mount lens on there. There goes all these cinebodies that they'll let you borrow. If I would have put down this camera and asked them if I could see one of those and can I play around with it, they would have let me do that. But you know, I'm good. I'm good. We got to make it around this show. We only got so much time. As we can see, we're 35 minutes and 30 seconds in right now. We got beautiful models standing in the center of the floor here, waiting to be shot, just walking around. And all of these people on this side, I believe on the side that I'm standing on, are using the new A9 III. Getting a little bit closer. Let's find out what these guys are shooting with. Yep, the A9 III. And I think it's A9 III's going all the way down. Even though the camera body is the same, I think the lens that is on this one and the one in front of me and the one next to that might be different lenses set up on all of these. But yeah, same camera body.
And there goes our girls.
Beautiful girls here.
There goes the girls.
I'm making a sacrifice for the team. I really wanted to make this video for my YouTube channel, but if I didn't, I would have gave all of these girls my business card and I would have said, you know, when this show's over, meaning not the same day, obviously, I would have said, let's shoot. A7R5, hey, same camera body that I'm shooting with right now. And that microphone there is not the exact same one. This is the newest iteration of their microphones, but it's very similar to the microphone that I have on the camera. Now I'm using the ECM B1M, but again, unfortunately, I had all my settings messed up and I had on the noise cancellation cut turned on and it just ruined the audio. You can barely hear what I'm saying, but you can hear everything that's happening in front of me. It was just completely bad, so I just have to dub over the audio there.
For video purposes, especially when you have that crop factor added to it, that 20 becomes more like a 24. So
nice girls here. I would have loved to have just gotten some shots of them.
Very good lens and just even being in front of the camera.
Well, CP Plus 2025, I'm going to have to just take some photos and you guys can just hear me talking about my reflections of the show after the show, because I'm tired of doing these walk around videos, wasting all my time showing all these things off for you guys. I don't get enough appreciation for this. This is the Sony A1. I guess that's their flagship, their biggest and baddest as it is at the moment. But yep, nice camera.
F2.8. All right, so it's the same camera body.
So I think they had 3 A1 set up, and each one of these guys had a different lens on there. And let's see here. This is the A7CR, which is the same thing as A7R5, just beside the compact A7C body. I'd really love to get my hands on one of those cameras. The only thing I don't like about it so much is that the small viewfinder. This is the A7C2, which comes inside the A7C body, but with A7 guts. Yeah, I got my words out. Okay, that's what I can say. And this is the new lens. This is the new FE24 to 50mm f2.8 G lens. So this is the new baby that's out. All right. There's enough videos about it out there on YouTube. They have it where you can play around with it. Obviously, I didn't use it, but it's there. This is where it is.
I mean, around the world,
this is where it lays, Beavis.
Right now, the show is happening from February 22nd to February 25th.
I like all these shooting spots that Sony sets up. They have a lot of them, more than the other booths did. You know, I think Canon and Nikon may have had two. Sony seems like they had like three or four. And then up here, I think you need a reservation for this, but you go up there at your designated time, and there's a camera allotted to you, probably an A7R 5 or CR, and it has their zoom lens, and you just aim down at the stage at this beautiful model here, and you shoot her. So you get to test out all those ultra zooms.
This is something to do with
And I don't know what this
editing. I have no idea. Probably
video
some
editing software is. Even I'm a Sony user. I guess this is the Sony video editing thing. They keep trying to get you to use it, but you know, I'm fine with Final Cut. So monitor and control, don't know what that is, but we all know what the Creators app is. You can tether your phone to the camera for using your camera as a remote control to take shutters, start videos, things like that. And these are all the compatible cameras with both of these different pieces of software. Here goes that cinema camera again. All right, there we go again. Up there on the balcony or whatever you call that. Looking down at that model that's in the center, shooting her. All right, I think we're making our descent out of the Sony section.
This is a YouTube favorite right
Descent
here.
is not the right choice of words, but we're leaving it. This is the ZVE1, very good camera body for making content for YouTube, very lightweight and small, and it has an interchangeable lens. They call it a vlog cam, and I think it's very good for that purpose.
Nice small body with an interchangeable
I think there's one more. Do I bypass it? I guess I just walked out of there without even talking about it. Okay. All right. And this is the Sony floor for their roadmaps, showing off their newest lenses and the results that you get with the new 24, the 50, the results that you get with their new cameras, the A7C4. Is that what it's called? Something like that. The A7C2 and the A7CR. So they show off all these different things on this big screen so that you guys can take a look at the quality of work, the end result that you can get from using their products.
On YouTube as it does in real life, but it looks good in real life. So that's the end of the Sony booth. Now we're over here looking at some other
All right,
stuff.
now what is this? I don't know what the eye footage is.
And these are
Those look like
camera
tripods, tripod
like
adapters, not gimbals, sliders, things of that nature, binoculars,
but these are
shoulder straps.
things like that you could put on.
That looks like a little miniature slider there. I've never used one before, but I kind of have an idea what they look like.
I'd love to have one, guys. Send me one of these sliders. I'll use it. You got more grips.
These are cages for different camera bodies to put inside of there to protect them or give you a extended grip. All right, so this section here, King, these are photo shooting vests. You can stick all your lenses inside of there, all of your additional batteries, any of your camera gear, just to have that stuff on you so that you can have quick access to it when you're shooting. I should buy something like that. I should buy something like that. It keeps me from having to reach inside the bag, because I hate putting down all my gear just to unzip a bag, reach what I'm going to get inside of there, out of it, and then zip it back up again. All right. I'm going to bring in the audio back for this part again. These are guys that are having a photo exhibition as a group within the show. This is not a contest, but a photo exhibition. And some of the photographers are here, so I'm going to talk to them. You guys are going to get some bad audio quality, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this part for you guys. This is Tokyo. Looks like this is shot through a window. Kind of makes the sky look like it's on fire. I did typical street photography stuff. I can't necessarily say if it's good or not. This is a different photographer here, Kawada-chan. I'm sure that's not her real name. This is you! She's here. She's here. All right. Yukari Unleash Sasaki. Okay, that's an unusual nickname there, but okay. Street photography, but in color, not monochrome. Joel Pulliam. Oh, he's right behind me. Everybody's here. All right, we got the whole family. Yeah, I do have some questions. What is this? Is this a not an exhibition? Is this a photo competition between? It's an exhibition. Just an exhibition. Okay.
To work together,
Meaning everybody here works together.
yeah, 12 of us.
Okay.
Come together since 2017. Some board members, including myself. Big teams, you can see some more there on the shelf.
Oh,
Exhibitions.
over there to the left. Okay. Nice, good deal. And how did you become a part of this show? Like, were you invited, or did you have to fight to get inside of here?
No, we were invited by CP Plus, so we're obviously very honored to be here. It's great to be
Yes.
here.
And how do you think that they discovered you? Was it from the zines that they seen your work, or did somebody? How did you get out there for them to discover you?
Yeah, I don't know. We have 11 members, and one of
Yes.
them had a point of contact with CP Plus. It wasn't me, but
Good. Wait, and you said that you've been displaying your work here for how long? Since
it's our
when?
First time at CP Plus.
Oh, it's CP Plus. But you've been a group for.
The group started in 2017.
Okay.
We started by making scenes, got invited to exhibitions based on that. Now they exhibit around the world as well as here in Japan, and that shows in Italy, the United States.
Good deal.
Places.
How did you find that? What effect did COVID have on you when those years came up? The COVID years from 2020 to, I guess, essentially last year's when it ended.
Yeah.
Many exhibitions going on then, or did the work really slow up?
There were some exhibitions going on then. Things were slower. A lot of us were still getting out of photographing, but obviously the streets were emptier and quieter, and everyone had masks.
Yes.
It's a different kind of photography.
Yeah. Oh, it was different. It was different.
Document the city,
Yes.
show all its changes,
Yes.
and after that, so it was another change for us to document and
Understood. Good deal. So you're going to be here every day until the end of the CP Plus show, until the 25th?
I'm not going to be here every day, but
Okay.
some of the members will be. They're rotating around, so
Yes.
come back and probably see something.
All right. So let's take a look at your work real quick. Tell me about it. Since I'm already here. You're here.
Yeah. So my name's Joel. These are my photographs. I've lived in Tokyo for going on 6 years now. These four photographs were all taken relatively soon after I got here when I was getting my bearings in the city,
Yes.
exploring and photography as a way to explore. And also expressing how I felt about the city, my own kind of
Yes.
fusion, maybe a little bit of alienation.
Now, what made you decide to capture these images in particular? Were you looking for something in particular, such as a certain type of geometry or some lines, or were you looking for certain light patterns? What comes to your mind first when you're getting ready to take this image?
So, I think every image has its own story. It's hard to generalize across all of them.
Yes.
I am looking for composition.
Is that the first thing that comes to mind? Is the composition?
Well, my photographs will see a place that stick with me. I'll take some early photographs. I'll like them. I'll think about like potential places. I'll go back to different times of days.
Right, right. Oh, you're like a sniper then. You're waiting for the right shot. Okay.
So they build. I usually have something in mind.
Yes.
Already when I take the photo, and maybe that's the way it turns out to be. Maybe it turns out to be something different. It was shot in real light. I knew I wanted somebody in each of these light patches, preferably one person each.
Yes.
Wow.
Did you? Was that naturally, or did you collage together 3 different images
No,
to?
that's just one photo.
Wow.
It's an office building. It's a back corner, major train stations here. It's pretty empty during the day, but lunch hour hits, everyone starts going out for lunch.
Yeah, but I'd say that you definitely got lucky for that to happen
Yeah.
to a line just like that. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. And the final one down here in the bottom right corner, I can't tell what I'm looking at. I see a silhouette of a guy in the bottom left.
Sure.
I don't know what that is in front of him though.
So what you've got here is an area that's been designated for smoking.
Yes.
There's a big effort to get smokers off the
Street. Yeah. Yes. Oh, all right. I can kind of tell now. So, what is that? A door? That's like a
This is like
not a door.
Kind of
What the?
frosted glass
Yes,
panel. Someone actually
and they're
kind of
behind there smoking.
Somebody behind the smoker.
Yes.
Somebody getting ready to smoke. Shadow cast on the glass. And different people, all in their own sections of the photograph. And I just kind of like the light. I like the geometry. Told a story about this moment in Tokyo where smokers are being pushed into these areas.
Right. All right. Good deal. Thank you for sharing your work.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Mark.
Mark, it's great to meet you. Thanks for,
Nice to meet you too. Yes. All right.
Take a look around. There's some photos on the other side of this wall here if you didn't see them already.
No, I did not. I'll go over there now. And what about on the opposite side behind me? All right, I'm going to give it a look. And maybe I'll come back and I'll talk to Kawada-chan.
Okay.
Wherever she disappeared to. Oh, man. Okay, these are very vibrant, colorful photos here. This guy's name is Takahiro To. No monochrome. There's somebody inside the window. I can't tell if they're alive or if that's a statue. I think that's a real person. I don't know. I don't know what that is. You got somebody at the photo booth here getting a passport picture taken. A monk here in Ginza. All right, very interesting stuff there. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the title. This is called the Streets Photo Exhibition. And I guess this collective, this group collective is called Void Tokyo. And this is all of their works here. They made these different zines starting in 2017 in April. So they got 8 different editions of that right there. And then these are their photo exhibitions here. All right, so this one says a group of 11 photographers that practice street photography. We're based in Tokyo. Since our foundation in 2017, our purpose has been to record the changing face of Tokyo as seen from each member's distinct perspective in order to preserve our account of the city. All right, we're grateful for the invitation from CP Plus 2024 to present to you the streets. And it says this exhibition showcases the metropolis of Tokyo, photographed by our members. Through these prints, we hope to convey the joy of the street photography, which includes both cityscapes and glimpses of people's daily lives. And this is the collective's work of 20 different people. And this is the first person or the last person that we looked at, Johan Brooks. Vibrant, colorful work, no monochrome here. And it looks like he likes different types of light patterns and shadows. according to his images, but I can't necessarily speak for him. And over here, these are some of the zines that they were talking about, I imagine, and they have them for sale. The zines along with postcards. Let's get a look at one. I don't know if there's anything on the back, but let's take a look real quick. Oh, it's a postcard, so they're all the same. And if you want to buy one of their zines, this is what it looks like, 2,500 yen, and I think they had 8 of them. Okay. All right, let's see what's on the opposite side here. I'm not sure if it's still them. I think it's done. Is it or is it not? This is a different. These are different exhibitors here. They have their business cards, or meishi as they're called in Japanese, postcards, and their books. And then right behind us is their work. And this person looks like they only take cats. So you have the special Neko photographer here, cat man or woman. Oh, the whole thing is just cats. Look at this. Look at this beast right here. Let's see what we got here. Baby cat coming out of the jar. Got Mount Fuji cat here. Got cats coming all over the place. Got the station master. Cats on the train. Cats on a plane. All right, interesting. A whole exhibition dedicated to cats. And you got more over here on this side.
All right, now that that's done, I'm back. So now this section that I'm looking at is a completely different section, not associated with that group of 12 photographers that work as kind of a collective making those zines and things. These are a group of photographers that took a lot of cat photos and things like that, so that's what that was. This is the CP Plus main stage. They got stage 1 and then also they have a stage 2, so they have 2 shows going on simultaneously. More Zeiss stuff that looks like Zeiss binoculars, but not really interested in that. SanDisk, Lexar. Like I said, you guys need to get in on those CP Express A cards that I use. I think the best one, because it holds the most for the cheapest amount of price, is Per Gear. I'm using the one that holds 520 gigabytes. And then another one that I have that was the cheapest one before the Per Gear, I was using the one called Delkin Devices Black. And that one held 80 gigabytes, but after recording like 4 videos with that, you know, it would run out of space. I never run out of space on the Per Gear 520. That thing is just absolutely a beast. And this tells you what SD cards work on what cameras, the speeds. You get to see the different brands: SanDisk, Phison, GTS, A-Data. And but I don't recommend any of those. Get the Per Gear. Get the Per Gear. It's the best one. Trust me, it's the best one. If you're shooting something really fast where you need that speed, you know, you can get a different one. But 400 megabytes write speed for what I got is totally fine. The read speed on mine is 880, I believe. Beautiful girl here with this nice, what is that, a tiger she's holding in her hand? Tiger lady. I like that tiger lady. I need to shoot her in my spare time. If you guys don't know what that is, that's my tiger sound. Right. Another stage set up here. What camera maker is this? Is this Lumix? Who's this? Who is this?
I'm not sure. This is
We're walking around. I'm gonna have to get up close to one of these things to find out who this is.
like this brand right here.
Oh, this is one of those independents. One of those small little, I don't know what you call them. I just call them an independent micro brand is another word that I guess you could call it. Mostly making those manual focus lenses. Manual focus lenses are quite affordable, but you know, when you're shooting with mirrorless and you got something like a Sony AR5 and you got the best eye autofocus that there is inside the game, you don't want to use one of these things. Forget that, man. Get something that works with autofocus. And DSLR age is over. But if you're poor, you really trying to save on the coin, I guess you can get one of those things. But man, not trying to deal with the autofocusing anymore. Let it take out all the guesswork and you focus on getting your colors right, getting your aperture right and all that stuff, and your ISO. Get that composition right. You can take better photos faster and take more of them. Leave that focusing alone. Let the camera do that. Whatever the camera can do by itself, let it do. All right, we're getting pretty close to the end of the show here. Getting pretty close to the end. There goes that tiger lady again. Every time I see tiger lady, I gotta make that noise. This was, I don't think this was stage 2. This was a workshop area where you could take different photography classes or whatever. I think you have to pay for that. It could have been free, but definitely, even if it is free, you have to make a reservation. This is GoDocs. Everybody knows GoDocs. They make lights and things of that nature. That you can get for your studios in different colors. I like to just get the cheap lights off of Amazon. Whatever's the cheapest one and it lights up good. Right. Yeah, let's go for it. Get your Kelvin working. Microphones. Get your white lights working. I mean, I guess some are better than others, but yeah, I can just do with just the cheap ones, man. That's all I need. Got more GoDocs here. All right, it's just too much stuff for me. All right, there's about 10 more minutes of me running around the show because this is pretty much the show's wrapping up at this point in time, and I'm just running around last minute, getting my last minute footage of the remaining booths that are here before I have to disembark, leave. This is a brand of camera bags. Look at some of these. So they got all these different bags for sale. Etsumi. And what was that other one called? It was called like F.64. New camera bags. So you got some smaller ones. I like looking at this stuff. You look at the material here. The material on a lot of these is different from others. You can see which ones are kind of like splash proof and waterproof for the rain, which you definitely want because, you know, you don't want your gear inside of the bag getting soaked if you happen to get caught out inside of a rainstorm. But yeah, nice material. That one is a 3-way tote bag, as they say, F.64. This is a big one here, and you carry it around with a shoulder strap. Like I said, I use a Low Pro, and I carry it on my back. It's 2 straps. Mine is a backpack, not a sling over the shoulder type bag.
Let's see if they have
I
any
like
prices on
to
these. No, they don't.
have the weight
Otherwise, I'll let you know
distributed
how much this stuff costs.
evenly over both shoulders, not just over one shoulder, because you carrying a lot inside of there. That's going to kill you if you have to do a lot of walking with that. So we're just walking around showing off all this stuff.
Here, you got more bags. This is a
Got some
different
more
company.
bags here.
This
This one is a
Japanese brand
backpack.
called Shimoda.
I think I looked at the
They look
price
like
of
they
this. I
make
forgot
these
where I
study
found the
bags
price
as
it, but I
well.
think it was rather pricey.
I should go home.
Definitely a lot more
I'm tired of
expensive
that
than
guy.
my Low Pro.
Oh, they do have
We're going to
prices
start looking
on
at some
these.
prices
For
at
example,
some
this
point in
one
time here.
definitely looks like it's waterproof. This one is
But the Low Pro, I
65,000
paid
Japanese
like
yen, which inside of my mind is
10,000 Japanese yen.
I don't know, maybe
And if I don't put the
400
camera on the price
USD.
tag here, then I can't remember off the top of head how much this was.
So
But
these bags are
I
made
remember it was rather
for
pricey. Definitely a
expeditions.
lot more than what I paid for my bag.
Yeah, especially with the colors.
This
You
is
got
the
this,
camera bag
olive
here,
drab
Shindo.
there, yellow. You got the forest green, and you got the typical black.
Definitely
So,
Japanese, especially
good
with a
deal.
name like that.
there is one
Looking
thing
at
I
all
gotta say.
their
So that
other
bag
stuff
that
comes
cost
in multiple colors.
65,000 Japanese yen. I think I paid 10,000 Japanese yen for my bag. So when it comes
All
to the
right, so
price,
moving
I'm
on
happy
from
with
this
what I
section
got.
now,
It does definitely look like it's
we have
better
about
than
another
mine.
9 minutes or so to wrap this thing up.
These are the same bags that we see
Walking
on the
around, we're
shelf
still
there.
looking at these backpacks, which are completely overpriced. But I thought I'd just let you guys see what they are. And here are some camera shoulder straps here. Neck straps, shoulder straps. So you can put it wherever you want to. I don't know what those little colorful things are. Neck straps. These look like different types of iPhone adapters and such. An apparatus for shooting on iPhones and smaller camera tripods here. Good for the new Fujifilm 106. All that jazz. You could put lights on there. More bags, more bags.
Okay, this is
And
a different brand.
here goes Tinba, apparently from New York, 1977. I think the bags we were looking at before are Japanese. Not sure if they're necessarily made in Japan, but they were Japanese. And these, apparently from New York, but could be made in China. Who knows? I don't know that for sure, but possibly. Just do your own research. You see they have different gallon sizes on however much you want to hold. The most expensive one there, I could see that price, but unfortunately don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was something like 30,000 yen, which is like, let's say 240 USD. I think that's rather pricey for a bag. Here goes a smaller one. You got that kind of that olive drab, that old military color there from the 80s, and then that's the black one there. That's the exact same bag. All right, finally moving on. Getting close to getting out of here. It's been thoroughly a good show this year, as it was last year, but for whatever reason, I enjoyed it just a little bit more this time. Oh, Toyo Living. I think I may have mentioned these humidifying boxes before from another company called Hakuba. And I don't remember which company made. Yeah, Hakuba made mine. I'm looking at it right now as we speak. If you live in a place like Taiwan, Japan, a place where the humidity is just absolutely ridiculous, you want to keep your gear from getting mold on it inside the lens on the sensor. So you definitely want to keep it inside of a humidity controlled box during the summertime. Otherwise, you're risking thousands of dollars going down the drain. That's all I could say. But I bought mine on Amazon Prime Day. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was like half off. But I bought the biggest size possible. I bought like the, I forget if it comes in, if they call it by gallon sizes or whatever. But anyways, I bought the largest size that you could possibly buy. And it's 4 levels. Yeah, really good, really good. I felt sorry for the guy that had to bring him up the stairs for me. And I don't know what this is, but just enjoy taking photos of it, I guess, for whoever came inside of here with the video camera and or camcorder. You got all these wild trains running around. The commentary that I was giving on this was wild at the time. I wish I remember what I was saying, but it was a bunch of jokes. And I think I gandered at this way too long. So we're going to move on from this and just kind of skip this portion. But wow, look at this. Look at this.
And then we get to this.
That thing is in layers, man. Absolutely unreal.
Ridiculous. I want to see a train come on this thing.
All right. Anyways.
I guess they had something.
All right. This was stage 2. I may have mentioned this before when I showed off stage 1. They give different speeches there about photography, all kinds of stuff, man. Just whatever there is to talk about. Somebody stands up there and talks, and people sit in those chairs and listen. This is one of the last booths that I never got to make it to. Well, I mean, I'm making it to it now, but yeah, this is Hasselblad. But I mean, many people that come inside of this show, it's not everybody's willing to throw down Hasselblad money for what do you call these cameras? Not a mid-frame. Is it a mid-frame? What is the size up from the freaking full sensor? I'm at a loss of words right now. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, they have those there. Medium format. That's the word that I wanted to say. All right. Panasonic Lumix. They have a booth here. Not as big as some of the other guys, but still quite hefty and has quite a presence. One of the bigger after the main 3 Japanese. And again, going around inside of the rectangular shape, they have all their cameras out with their latest lenses on there for you to use and to sample. Nothing special or out of the ordinary. Nothing that we haven't seen inside of this video thus far. Some works that have been taken and blown up using a Panasonic Lumix.
To get to try out more of the cameras here.
You got that red button on there. I think that was a cinema lens. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure about these things at all. Don't know anything about Lumix. You guys let me know, why is the button red? You know, on the Sony cameras, that would kind of indicate that it's kind of a cinema line of camera body, but who knows what that means for that.
I gotta definitely tell you guys, I only got 2% of battery left.
Anyways, Sigma, all of their lenses here.
The end of the show here anyways, we got Sigma right in front of us.
And this is the most special thing. I think this was, all right, Laowa, they make lenses as well. Mostly they make manual lenses, manual focus. That's what I wanted to say. I couldn't get the words out. But they make some autofocus as well too now, I believe. Haven't really bought a Laowa lens, but this is all Sigma right here. And the most special thing of this show that I just found out about at closing time, right behind the Sigma lenses, CP Plus set up all of these photography books. It's like a complete library that you could just come inside of here and take a look at any of these books. But I think what would have made this better is if all of these books were for sale. I think this is more for, because you can see that the shelf is still full, right? It's more for looking, but you can't really purchase anything. And once you're done, you just take it back and put it on the shelf. But anyways, people, that has been my time at the CP Plus camera in photo imaging something exhibition, whatever it's called, 2024. I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining in the least bit, make sure to like and subscribe to see future videos and content such as this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace. I'm out.